St. Louis is a movie town. We've got everything from the huge megaplex theaters that cater to the blockbusters to the smaller houses where you'll find indie films. You'll find me at both. My name is Dawn Meadows Dixon, and I've been covering movies and working as a film critic for nearly 30 years. I've covered the Oscars on the red carpet, movie premieres, interviewed hundreds of stars, and seen thousands of films. And it's my job to bring a bit of Hollywood glitz and glamour to the Gateway City. Welcome to On the Screen. St. Louis's own Miles Davis is the subject of a new movie starring Don Cheadle. It's called Miles Ahead, and it's the story of his music and his life. Please welcome to the show now Miles Davis' nephew and the executive producer of the film, Vince Wilburn Jr. Welcome.
Hi, Dawn. How are you?
The film takes place in the late 1970s. It's a 5-year stretch where Miles Davis kind of dropped out of the limelight due to drugs and alcohol. Why did you want to make this film?
We thought the story should be told.
If you're gonna tell a story, come with some attitude, man.
My cousin Aaron, Miles' youngest son, Cheryl, Miles' daughter, were all executive producers, and we picked Don Cheadle because we thought that he would bring it to life, and he did. You know, he did an exquisite and a remarkable job. Yeah.
Don't send people to my house.
You have new material.
My material, my session tape.
You're under contract here. We actually own that tape.
Miles!
You own? How much money you got on you? Okay, you about 19,000 light, but that's a start.
And you started playing with your uncle at a very young age. In fact, you sat in with him on a set, what, at 9 years old?
I was 9 years old when I sat in at a club called the Plug Nickel in Chicago, but I was older when I joined the band.
Now, the film uses flashbacks effectively, and in those flashbacks, we are reminded of just how great Miles Davis' music was and still is.
That's in the forte scene.
Yeah,
like we're coming
that's
in.
right.
So.
That's right, and I wanted to sting it, you know, hit it.
Yeah.
And really take it off. Then they got a glissando. Y'all listening to them? This is how they're supposed to sound.
I'm gonna hold that over to the next measure.
Hold that over the measure. Yeah, and then let it resolve.
Then a groove.
Yeah, let it groove. We should get them back in.
Let's do it.
Let's get 'em back
Thanks, man.
Count off.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Drug and alcohol were the demise of Miles Davis, and just recently we lost another music icon to a drug overdose, Prince. And I'm just wondering why these very talented people tend to turn to substance abuse. What do you think?
I can't really speak on that, but the bright side of any dark moment is the music, you know. So I'd rather remember Prince for his music, and remember my uncle for his music, and whatever demons they had to deal with, I'm sure they corrected it, and the music would live forever.
And then the flat 6 and then the B major.
Wait a minute. Play that again. The music don't move on in this dead music. It's all about improvisation.
What influence did Miles Davis have on your music and your life?
Just being around him, being on stage with him, to see how he could, you know, playing drums with him and see how he could capture an audience anywhere in the world. You know, he was like a Pied Piper with that sound. And we never played the music, you know, like we had a set list, but every night it was different. And just the stillness of the audiences was like something I'll never forget.
All right, guys, on rehearsal, take 3.
How did you play a part in his comeback, your band, in like 1980, 81? You were there, and the album was Man with the Horn, and you actually played on that album.
Yeah, he would call my mom in Chicago. We were rehearsing in the basement. My mom to put the phone down and just listen to us rehearse. Then one day he said, "You guys want to make a record?" And that record was Man with the Horn, and he flew us to New York. And the rest was history.
What do you think Miles Davis would think of this film, Miles Ahead?
I think that he would say, Neff, job well done. Great movie. I love the action. Yeah, and at the end, he wins.
Don Cheadle's performance in Miles Ahead is outstanding. It really is a great film. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Vince Wilburn Jr.
Thank you also, Dawn.
And we'll be back with more of On the Screen right after this.
Stars up in the sky, we let the darkness you and I, we are the flicker in the night, never shine so bright. Now we have wings, we can fly, we can be kings, you and I, wipe away the tears from our eyes.
Together we can end world hunger. Donate at these participating restaurants today.
The summer is always filled with love stories. Here's my take on two very different approaches. The first film, Me Before You, and Love and Friendship.
Factory?
I'm still having nightmares about those giblets.
We've tried beautician.
Turns out hot wax is not my friend.
I'm running out of options for you here, Louisa.
Please, I'll take anything.
Me Before You is the story of a small-town girl who's hired to take care of a very rich man, recently paralyzed. Based on a best-selling novel, this love story takes moviegoers on a very unexpected whirlwind romance.
You don't have to talk across me, Mother. My brain isn't paralyzed. Yet.
Good morning. Oh, he hates me. Every time I speak, he looks at me like I'm stupid.
To be fair, you are pretty stupid.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that yet.
Interesting choice of footwear.
What do you mean by that?
It stars Game of Thrones' Emilia Clarke as the young woman. Her performance is simply charming. It also stars Sam Claflin of The Hunger Games as the 30-something financial whiz who finds his life turned upside down by a traffic accident. Their connection on screen is electrifying.
But that was before me.
I want him to live, but only if he wants to live.
I can't just let this happen.
You can't change who people are.
Well, what can you do?
You love them.
I don't want you to miss all the things that someone else could give you.
I can make you happy.
This film pulls out all the stops to be this season's tearjerker. And while folks were weeping all around me, I didn't buy into the film's social message of life and death. And while it did avoid all the chick flick cliches, to me, this was a great little love story that sadly went off script. Not worth your movie dollar.
Seems Lady Susan will finally visit.
Lady Susan Vernon.
That woman's a fiend.
Set in the 1700s and based on a Jane Austen novel, Love and Friendship is the story of Lady Susan, who comes to the estate of her in-laws, seeking a suitor for herself and her young daughter, all while trying to dispel rumors about her indiscretions.
My brother-in-law is very rich. In one's plight, they say, is one's opportunity.
Sir James Martin. Vastly rich, rather simple.
How jolly. Tiny green balls. What are they called?
Peas.
If my daughter were not the greatest simpleton on earth, she would be engaged to him now.
The film stars Kate Beckinsale as Lady Susan. She is outstanding. Flawed, moviegoers will fall in love with her wicked ways. Directed by Whit Stillman, the film works on so many levels, even if you haven't been a fan of Jane Austen films in the past.
Horrid woman. Deranged. But if she were going to be jealous, she should not have married such a charming man.
Does this woman always get her way? She has an uncanny understanding of men's natures.
We all know that Jane Austen has a way with words, and she understands love and friendship. Her themes are timeless. And while many of her previous writings had humorous overtones, who knew she could be laugh-out-loud funny? Love and Friendship is not just a great romantic comedy, it's great fun. Well worth your movie dollar. For On the Screen, I'm Dawn Meadows-Dixon.